Hi everyone, so today we're going to learn about lesson number 2, which is basic arithmetic sequence. So who knows what is arithmetic sequence? Okay, very good. All right. Okay, perfect. Before that, I want to give you 30 seconds to finish this question. All right. So you're going to do question number 1, Allison, question number 2, Miro, question number 3, and Miro, question number 4. All of you is going to do it. Okay. All right. So Amina, is number 1 correct? Very good. Is number 2 correct? Very good. It is correct. Number 3? Yes, it is. Number 4? Yes. Okay, very good, everyone. A woodman piled wood logs of the same size into following shapes. Then he recorded the number of wood logs counting from the top, forming a number sequence. So over here is all number sequence. So everyone, let's take a look. The first layer we have 3. And then second layer we have 4. And lastly, third layer we have, yes, we have 5. And then look at here, everyone. Okay, and then this is the number sequence for this wood logs. Right, so 3, 4, 5, 6, and then how are we going to find the next number? Okay, firstly, before that, I want to ask you, is the number getting bigger or smaller? Yes, it's getting bigger, right? So what do we do, plus or minus? Of course, plus, right? So what plus 3 equals to 4? Plus 1, very good. And then, how do we get 5? We plus 1. And then 5, we also plus 1, and then get 6. 6, we plus 1. And then what do we get? What's our next number? 7, very good. And then what do we do after that? 7 must plus with 1, very good. And then we get 8, and then 8 will also plus with 1, we'll get 9, and lastly, 9 will plus with 1 and get 10. All right, so everyone, we always remember, okay, the pattern must be the same, okay? The pattern must be the same. All right, let's take a look at question number 2, everyone. So over here, we don't have the picture, okay? So we're gonna solve number 2. All right, so number 2, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Is the number getting bigger or smaller? Of course it is bigger. So is it plus or minus? Of course, plus, very good. So 4 plus what will get 8, everyone? Yes, 4 will plus 4 to get 8. And then 8 will plus what to get 12? 4, very good. And then 12 will also plus 4, very good. And then 16 will also plus 4, and then get 20. So who can tell me what's our next number? Of course it is plus 4 and 24. And then we need to plus 4 again, 28. And lastly, plus 4. And then what do we get? 32, very good. And then for our third question over here, okay, 23 to 21, and then 19, 17, 15. Is it getting bigger or smaller? It's getting smaller. So of course this minus. All right. 23 minus what will get 21? 2, very good. So 23 minus 2 we get 21. So now 21 will also minus 2 to get 19, and then 19 will minus 2 to get 17. 17 minus 2 will get 15, and then 15 will minus 2 to get 13. And then who can tell me what our next number? Yes, 11. And lastly, what is it? Very good. It is 9. All right. So everyone, okay, what pattern can you find in this sequence? Right. So in this sequence, starting from the second number, the difference between each number, okay, the difference between each number and the previous one are the same. All right, take a look at this one, everyone. So each number, the difference with each number and the previous one are all the same. Okay, see, the different are all 4. Okay, it is all the same. What happened if it's all the same? Okay, it is called arithmetic sequence, everyone. It is arithmetic sequence. And then each number in the sequence is what we call as term, right? So each number in the sequence is what we call term. So okay, it's what we call as term. And lastly, everyone, the difference between each term and the previous one in arithmetic sequence is what we call as common difference. So what is this number that in my spring square, everyone? Okay, it has special name. The special name is common difference. All right, everyone. Okay, everyone. How do we know this is arithmetic question? So how do we know if it is arithmetic sequence? Is it yes or no? How do we know, everyone? Firstly, we have to check the common difference. Okay, let's check the common difference. But before that, 2, 6, 10, 14, 18. Is it getting bigger or smaller? Of course, it's getting bigger. And then what do we use? Plus or minus? plus. So let's check. Also, what plus 2 will get 6, everyone? Yes, plus 4. And then what's plus 6 will get 10. Plus 4, very good. And then 10 will plus 4 to get 14. And 14 will plus 4 to get 18. So everyone, what is our last term? No, 22, very good. Because it also plus 4. Okay, everyone, look at here. Okay, the pattern, all right? What is this? This is common difference. Okay, this is common difference. So if the common difference are all the same, okay, everything is plus 4. So that means it is an arithmetic sequence, all right, everyone? It is arithmetic sequence. Okay, everyone, look at here. Okay, we have to determine whether the following sequence are arithmetic sequence. Remember, the common difference must be the same. We can look at question number 1. So 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, is it getting bigger or smaller? Bigger, so we use plus. And then what plus 1 will get 2? Yes, plus 1. And then 2 will plus what? Wait, to get 4. Plus 2. And then 4 must plus 4 to get 8. And then 8 must plus 8 to get 16. And then 16 must plus 16 to get 32. And lastly, 32 must plus 32 to get 64. But everyone, the common difference are not the same. Okay? The common difference are not the same. Okay? So, is it an arithmetic sequence? No, this is not arithmetic sequence, everyone. Second question. Second question. All right. So from 1 to 2, what do we have to do? Yes, plus 1. And then 2 to 1. It's a minus 1. And 1 to 2 is plus 1, minus 1, plus 1, minus 1, and plus 1. The common difference is not the same. So is it arithmetic sequence, everyone? No. Okay. Remember, the common difference must be the same. All right. The third question. I'm going to use a different color. So 3, 7, 11, 15. Is it bigger or smaller? Bigger. So we use plus. All right. So 3 to 7. It is plus how many? 4. And then 7 to 11. How plus? Yes, plus 4. The 11 to 15 we also plus 4. And then 15 we plus 4 to get 19. So everyone, the common difference are the same. So is it arithmetic sequence, everyone? Is it arithmetic sequence? Yes, it is. So it is correct. Okay, number 4. Okay. So 23, 20, 17, 14, it is very smaller. So of course we use minus. All right, so 23 to 20 is minus 3. And then 20 we minus 3 to get 17. 17 we minus 3 to get 14. And then 14 will minus 3 to get 11. And lastly, 11 will minus 3 to get 8. All right, so everyone, give me a thumbs up if you think this is an arithmetic sequence. Yes, very good. Okay, this is arithmetic sequence. All right, so we have everyone. The last question. They are all plus 0, right? They are all plus 0. So, is this arithmetic sequence, everyone? Is it arithmetic sequence? Remember, okay, the common difference must be the same. So, what do you think? Everything is plus 0. So, is it arithmetic sequence, everyone? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes or no? Yes, it is arithmetic sequence. Very good. Okay, so we have to observe this number sequence, alright? Let's check if it is arithmetic sequence or not, alright? So first, what do we check? Of course, it's the common difference. So 11, 15, 19, 23, is it bigger or smaller? Bigger, so we use plus. Alright, so 11 plus what? Get 15. 4. And then 15 plus what? We'll get 19. Plus 4. And then 19 will plus what to get 23? Plus 4. They are all the same, everyone. So is it arithmetic sequence? Yes, it is. Okay, it is arithmetic sequence. And then everyone, what what is our first term? Remember, every number in the sequence is a term. So who is our first term? Yes, it is 11. What is our last term? 31. And who is our fourth term? Of course, it is 23. And how many terms do we have in total? Yes, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 terms in total. And the common difference is, of course, who can tell me? Who can tell me? Of course, it is 4. Okay, for arithmetic sequence 5, 7, 9, the common difference is 2. Okay, remember everyone, the common difference is 2. Okay, everything is plus 2. All right, so now everyone, what is our ninth term? Okay, remember everyone, this is our first method. Okay, so what are we going to do is we're going to find out every number to get our ninth term. All right, so Who can tell me what is our sixth term? Yes, 15 and then 17, 19, 21. Very good. Okay, ninth term is 21. Right. Okay. Let's know about second method. Okay, this is the same question. All right. So everyone, how are we going to do this? All right. So firstly, we have to find out how many common difference we have. Okay, but how are we going to find it? All right. So firstly, take a look. How many terms do we have? We have 9 terms, right? Yes. So how do we do? It's just 9 minus 1, okay? The number of terms must minus 1. So that's how we find our common difference. So 9 minus 1 is 8, right? And then how do we find the 9th term, everyone? And so firstly, we're going to use our first term, which is 5. And then plus with our common number of common difference. Okay, what is our number of common difference, everyone? Of course, it is 8, okay? And then times with our common difference. 2 is our common difference over here, okay? So the answer is with me. Who can tell me? It's 21. All right. So to find the nth term, that means we need to add the common difference. How many times? 8 times, everyone. Okay, 8 times. Why not 9? Why is it 9 times? Because everyone, if you notice, we didn't include number 5. Okay, number 5 is excluded. See, number 5 is excluded. So that's why it is 8 times, everyone. Okay, okay. So an arithmetic sequence. Firstly, okay, what we do is finding the last term, okay, to know the last term, which is 9. And then, all right, start from which number? Of course, we start with 5, right? We start with number 5, okay, because that is our first term. And how much do we add each time? We add plus 2 every time, right? So we add plus 2 every time. And then at how many times? So at how many times, how do we know? We find the number of common difference, right? So that's how we add how many times. And then this is the formula that we can use. Firstly, to find the last term, okay, to find the ninth term. Ninth term is our last term, right? To find the last term, we're going to use our first term plus with the number of common difference. How do we find it? Number of term minus 1. So that, and then with times with our common difference. All right, so if you need to find the 100th term, which method is better? Method 1 or method 2? Of course, it is method 2, everyone. All right, it is method 2 because we only have to use a little math formula. Okay, if we are using method 1, it's going to take such a long time because 100 term has so many numbers. Okay, so for this one, everyone, for arithmetic sequence 579, the 100 term is. Okay, so if we want to use this formula, right? So if we want to use this formula, firstly, what do we find? Okay, what do we have to look for? Of course, looking the formula, we're going to look for the first term. So we start from which number, everyone? 5. Very good. We start with number 5. Okay, so 5. Okay, we start with number 5. And then, how much do we add each time? What is the common difference? How much do we add every time? What is the common difference, everyone? Yes, it is plus 2. Okay, our common difference is plus 2, right? So we have times 2 over here. So 2 is our common difference. And lastly, add how many times, everyone? How do we know we add how many times? Okay, so what are we going to do is remember the last term minus 1. Okay, the last term minus 1 because we're looking for the last term, right? So how do we find at how many times? Last term minus 1. So what is it, everyone? 99. So I'm going to put it here. So 5 plus 99 times 2, what do we get? Yeah, so we get 203. So that is our answer. Isn't that easy? Okay, everyone, in the arithmetic sequence 15930, the 11th term is, okay, so firstly, let's try to find out what is the common difference, everyone. What is the common difference? Who can tell me? Of course it is. Of course it is 4, okay? Because 1 plus 4, we will get 5. And then 5 plus 4, get 9. And then 9 plus 4, we get 13. And continue. All right, and then, okay, we know that our common difference is 4. All right, and then now, we add how many times? Okay, how many times do we add the common difference? What is the number of common difference? We add how many times, everyone? Remember, look at the last term and then minus 1. Okay, so we add how many times, everyone? 10. Okay, very good. So we add 10 times. All right, so we just put it inside our formula. So So of course, we're going to start with our first term, which is 1. Very good. And then we need to plus with how many times? Okay, we need to plus with how many times? We add how many times? Right. And then in the formula, we already solve it. We already know at how many times we do 11 minus 1, right? Okay, so then we get 10. Okay, so plus 10, and then times with our common difference. What is our common difference, everyone? 4. All right, very good. So our answer would be yes, 41. Let's try to find out the second question. Okay, in the arithmetic sequence 3, 8, 13, 18, the 21st term is, okay, let's take a look here. What is the common difference? Yes, of course, it is 5. And then everyone, we add how many times? Remember, what do we do at the last term? Very good, we minus 1. So we add how many times? Yes, it is. Very good. Okay, so now let's find our 21st term. Okay, so our 21st term. Okay, so of course we're going to start with the first term, which is 3, and then plus with at how many times? At how many times, everyone? At 20. And then times with what is our common difference? 5. Very good. And then we will get, what is it? 103. Very good. So do you guys get it? Very good. Okay, so now Poke Budget shop $30 on the first day. Okay, $30 on the first day. So of course that is our first term, everyone. So our first term is 30. Okay, right, and then it increased. Okay, it increased and increased its earning by $6 each day. So that means it is plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 every day. So how much did it earn on the 12th day? So that means we are looking for the 12th term, everyone. We're looking for the 12th term. All right, so the earning sequence, is it arithmetic sequence or no, everyone? Of course it is arithmetic sequence, because the common difference are the same. So who is our first term, everyone? 30. Very good. And next, what is our common difference? It's 6. Very good. And then let's try to follow exactly like the formula. So our n right now, okay, because we're looking for the 12th term. So our n right now is 12. Okay, it's 12. All right, so what is our first term? Who can tell me? 30. Very good. And then plus with, okay, remember, our n is 12. So we just write it back. And then minus 1. And then times with our common difference, which is 6. Okay, who can solve this for me? Okay, very good. Perfect, it is 96. So everyone, over here, number of common difference. How do you find it, everyone? We use the last term, which is 12, right? We use the last term 12 and then minus 1. Okay, so that is the same like this formula over here. Okay? And so this is the same like the formula over here. Okay, so basically here we find out at how many, what is the number of common difference. All right, everyone, I want you guys to try this. How do you find the number of common difference? Remember, how do we find it? Okay, we use the last term and then minus 1. Our formula is n term equals to first term plus n minus 1. Okay, remember, wait, this is n minus 1 and times with common difference, everyone. Common difference. Okay, what is our number of common difference? So 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 common difference over here. And then how many terms do we have? How many terms do we have, everyone? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 terms. And next, everyone, let's try to find out what is our number of terms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 number of terms. And then what is how many common difference do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 common difference. And let's see, who can tell me what our number of common difference? 5. Very good. What about number of terms? 6. Okay, so if you guys notice, all right, if you guys notice, how do we find number of common difference? Okay, how do we find number of common difference? It is number of term minus 1, right? So if 5 minus 1, we will get 4. Okay, so right now, how are we going to find the number of terms? Of course, we will do, okay, the common difference is 4, so we plus 1. Okay, so right now, everyone, Let's try to answer this question. What I want. The arithmetic sequence is 13, 17, 21 until 113. Has how many number of terms? Has how many terms? Okay, everyone. So firstly, what do we do? Okay. So firstly, we have to find out this one. 13. Okay, so firstly, we have to know what is a common difference. So our common difference is every time they will plus 4. And then we have to find out 13 must plus with how many 4 to get 113. Okay, so 13 has to plus how many 4 until it get 130. So how are we going to find out first? Firstly, we have to find out the total of 4. So 130 minus with 13. Okay, and then we will get 100. All right, so everyone, how am I going to find out how many 4 are there? Okay, do I use 100 divided by 4 or 100 times 4, everyone? Of course, it is 100 divided by 4. So what do we get? Okay, so 100 divided by 4, we will get 25. So everyone, okay, everyone, what is this? Okay, we have 25 numbers of 4. So what is that? What is 4, everyone? It is our common difference. So that means we have 25 common difference. So from here, how do we find number of them? From the common difference. Plus with 1, okay? So the common difference plus 1 will get the number of them. So here, everyone. So we already know the number of common difference. So how are we going to find the number of them? Yes, it is 25 plus 1. So what is it? 26. Very good. Okay. Okay. To find the arithmetic sequence, finding the number of terms, firstly, we have to find how many terms are there. So we have 113 terms. And then we find out the difference between the biggest term and the smallest term, which is the last term and the first term. Okay? And then we're going to find out the number of them. How do we find out? First, we find out how many common difference do we have. And then we're going to find the number of them by number of common difference plus 1. All right, this one. This question, everyone. The arithmetic sequence is 13, 17, 21, and 113. It has a total of how many terms? So it has how many terms, everyone? So over here, firstly, we have to find out what is the common difference. Always find out the common difference first. So 13 to 17, what do we do? We plus 4. 17, we also plus 4, and then many more. Then what do we do? Remember? Okay, so we know that our common difference is 4. Okay, so we're going to find out 13 must plus with how many 4 to get 113. So what is our second step? So we're going to find out the difference between the biggest term and the smallest term, which is 113 must minus with 13, and then we will get 100, right? So in this 100, how many 4 do we have? How many 4 do we have, everyone? Of course, okay, we use 100 divided by 4, and then we will get 25. So this is our number of common difference. Okay. Okay, so that means we have to add 4 25 times to get 130. And then now, how do we find number of terms, everyone? Who has any idea? What can we use from 25? Yeah, we use 25 plus 1, and then we get 26. So that's how you find out what is the number of terms, okay? Right? Because we're going to use this formula to find the number of terms. All right. So arithmetic sequence, the first term is 2, all right? The first term is 2. And the last term is 62. The common difference is 4. So what is the total number of the terms? Okay, remember everyone. So firstly, we must know the common difference. And then we already know our common difference, right? And then we have to find out the difference between the last term and the first term. Okay, the difference between the last term and the first term, which is 62 minus with 2, and then we will get 60. Inside the 60 has how many 4? So what do we do, everyone? Yes, we do 60 divided by 4, and then we will get, yes, 15. So everyone, how are we going to find number of terms? So who knows? Okay, so we are going to use the number of common difference, which is 15. Okay, so now 15 is going to minus with what everyone? With number 1. Okay, so we will get 40.